How's everybody doing today? You're watching Slot Car Mayhem. I'm John, and this will be the first episode of a new playlist dedicated to updates to the Smart Race app. I've decided to create a new playlist for these updates because most often the updates include rather significant feature enhancements, and some people like myself, well, we disable automatic updates on our devices for various reasons. The most recent update for the Smart Race app was released on February 14, 2020 and is version number 3.12.0. And like most of the Smart Race updates, this one includes some potentially significant feature enhancements, so let's get started. The first enhancement we're going to talk about is good for those out there that use the weather plugin. You know how when the rain changes state, it either starts or stops? There is a forced stop where all the cars stop for 5 or 6 seconds while the speed changes are made and then the race proceeds, right? Well, in this new update, the forced stop on weather changes is now a toggled feature, meaning you can disable it. Disabling this forced stop allows speed changes that fast without any stoppage whatsoever. And if you run ghost cars with the weather plugin, no doubt you already know about the problems where ghost cars could run into controlled cars during the stop, as well as issues if a car stops over the dead section of a lane change. Well, now you can disable the forced stop and eliminate these issues entirely. It's pretty easy to find. You simply go to the main menu, then Settings, then on the Driving tab. About halfway down from there is where you find the section for disabling the forced stop. The second item I'd like to talk about is a new feature added to Smart Race. Now, in the car database, they have added a category tag feature that will allow you to create and assign one or more different category types for your cars. This is one feature that has been wanted by many for a long time. The Smart Race app itself is a good start for an actual car database, and the inclusion of category types or tags for the cars themselves is a really good thing to have. These tags that you can create and assign yourself can be used to sort cars not only by the type of car, be it Formula 1, DTM, GT, whatever, but also how the car itself is configured, be it a box stock or a magnetless tuned, and so on. Combining these tags and assigning them to your fleet will make searching for them much easier, especially as your stable, or if you have a growing club, expands into different classes of cars. Okay, the next thing to go over is another new feature of Smart Race, and this is enhanced filtering features that are new to this release. Currently, this filtering will allow things like searching for car names and driver names in assignments and things like this. This can be very useful if you have a lot of cars and drivers in your database and you wish to restrict those lists to something a little bit more usable. Currently, this release does not yet support the category tags we've already talked about as part of the filtering, but I expect it won't be long before that's included in a future release as well. The next thing is a feature enhancement to the settings, and that is now the inclusion of Imperial Units, aka mile per hour, in the speed unit settings. This is also a much requested feature from what I've been reading, so kudos to the development team for taking care of us here in the US and tossing in the mile per hour units. Okay, the last item I'm going to talk about here today is something that I am a huge fan of. Anything to do with voice prompts is a big one with me personally, because the voice prompts to me bring a lot of depth and energy to the racing, as well as capturing the attention and the engagement of the spectators. This latest release has a simple but welcome enhancement to the damages plugin, and that is now when damages are repaired, there is a voice prompt indicating so-and-so has finished repairing. These voice prompts really, I feel, come into their own when there are a lot of cars on the track and an array of features that are going on at the same time, like fueling, weather changes, damages, penalties, and they're all active. Lots of what's going on is being announced, and it's being announced in a manner where spectators can become engaged into these activities as well. There are other additional enhancements besides the 5 mentioned here, so if you haven't updated your Smart Race, these might be worth it to you as they are to myself. Okay, just to recap, the 5 enhancements discussed here are: number 1, the forced stop on weather change disabling; number 2, the category tags; number 3, advanced filtering; number 4, the mile per hour units; and number 5, the voice prompt for repairs. These 5 enhancements, as well as others, I feel make this update worthwhile. Once again, kudos to the team developing this app, as it's really refreshing to see the continued progress on this fine race management system. I will continue to bring you these updates as they are released, and I've had a chance to try them out for myself to make sure there's nothing weird going on with them. And that will be it for today. As always, I appreciate the subscribers to this channel, and I do thank you for your support. You make this enjoyable for me, and I do hope I bring something to you in return. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.